You see them everywhere. Social media, in person, ads, magazines, and whatnot. Everywhere you look, people pretend to know something about dieting.
It is centering one's diet. A plant-based diet is an aspirational goal to include many of the healthiest of healthy foods in one's diet. And so that is, minimizing the intake of meat, dairy, eggs, salt, sugar, maximizing the intake of fruits, vegetables, legumes, so your beans, split peas, chickpeas, lentils, whole grains, nuts and seeds, mushrooms, herbs and spices, basically real food that grows out of the ground from fields, not factories. These are our healthiest choices. And the more we can center our diets around these healthiest of healthy foods, the healthier we're going to be.
In your opinion, what is the best diet for health and longevity? It's a theme. It's not one specific diet. 7 words: eat food, not too much, mostly plants.
The first food on our list is sauerkraut. Okay, now what makes sauerkraut so darn healthy? Well, in 1 cup of sauerkraut, you have only 6 grams of carbs with 4.1 grams of fiber, giving you a net carb of 1.9 grams. So it's just under 2 grams of carbs for an entire cup. That's incredible.
Finding out about superfoods or which foods are suddenly poisonous. Dieting is such a huge topic now, there are clueless experts left and right. But most of it is BS. If you think of a healthy diet, what do you think? Many veggies? Many greens? Or the good old, well-balanced bullshit? Look at all these fitness or diet experts who recommend you eat greens, veggies, bread and rice or such stuff. Plant-based foods that are not fruit, like greens and nuts, contain oxalates or phytic acid, which are legitimately poison. Antinutrients that drain micronutrients out of your body. Google that. Google antinutrients. So spinach, beans, grains, or the 10 trillion different seeds that are supposedly superfoods are actually the most unhealthy thing you can eat. And it makes sense, because plants are designed for herbivores to eat their fruit, to spread themselves. They themselves, as in the plant, do not want to be eaten themselves, obviously. So the fruit should be eaten. Okay. Humans as omnivores have to cook all sorts of vegetables to even make them edible, because they would be way too poisonous otherwise. Think of eating raw potatoes, grain or garlic. It's almost impossible. You would be rightfully repulsed to even try that. All vegans become malnourished sooner or later, even if they supplement a ton of pills, like junkies. Because your body needs more than just carbs, fats and proteins somehow. It needs the right carbs, fats, protein, adequate micronutrients, which is often overlooked, and good sleep to function ideally. It's not rocket science, but it's not as simplistic as many make you believe. You have to go with what is evolutionarily sensible to consume for you. So what would your ancestor have eaten 1,500 years ago or even earlier? Let's say they were tribesmen in Central Europe. Their diet would have consisted of meat, fish, dairy, eggs and fruits like blueberries. For thousands of years they would have done that, and no cornfields or potato farms in sight. From what we know, they were less malnourished than agricultural peoples and did pretty well health-wise. Our guts evolved to consume meat, fish, dairy, eggs and fruits. They did not evolve to consume poisonous vegetables, roots, nuts and seeds that need to be cooked first so most of the toxin gets destroyed. That would be really harmful otherwise. The fact that we associate the most toxic foods with being healthy due to intense marketing and manipulation through media is morbid. Okay, but what should you eat instead? Basically anything that does not contain anti-nutrients. So first of all, up your meat consumption. Of all kinds, which includes organs, since these meats usually contain more micronutrients than classic steak or ground beef, even though they are good as well. Hearts are amazing. They are full of Q10 ubiquinone. This stuff is so important you wouldn't believe it. Most people never heard of that. Q10, which is essential in allowing your food to become energy in your mitochondria. Plus, it protects DNA membranes in mitochondria from oxidative stress. It generally catches free radicals, which is amazing. Also, Q10 naturally lowers in humans with age. So you have less and less of it as you grow older. So the best way to supplement it is not by eating pills, it's by eating animal hearts. Liver is also epic. It has insane levels of bioavailable nutrients, like massive amounts of vitamin A and more. Vitamin A only exists in animal products. Plants have vitamin A, or so people say, but it's a different version. It's called vitamin A, but it's not really vitamin A. It's useless to humans because we can't absorb this version of vitamin A. So you could basically say that plants do not really contain any vitamin A at all. Liver allows your hormones to become more balanced, let's put it that way, which is massive for well-being. A general feeling of heightened satisfaction will set in when you up your meat consumption. Raw salmon is amazing for DHA, since DHA is slightly vulnerable to heat or heat sensitive, and milk is basically free of anti-nutrients as well. Oh, DHA is mainly in fish, that's why I said it. If you need to eat vegetables, if you need to, for personal reasons, you should go for Hokkaido pumpkins, avocados, zucchini and carrots. But as I said, they contain no useful vitamin A, even though that's the main point of carrots to many. Like many people will say, eat carrots because they contain vitamin A. They don't. They don't contain any useful vitamin A. But you can still eat them because they are, for being a vegetable or a plant, they are relatively low in anti-nutrients. So they are better or less bad. If you make your pan non-stick, you should not use rapeseed oil or generally any seed oils. Instead, just use butter, animal products. For fruits, berries. Of course, wash because of pesticide exposure, even if they have bio indicators or something, like certificates. Don't care, wash them anyway. Peeled apples and everything that is normally peeled is pretty good, like oranges, mango and banana. Don't overdo it though, because many diet experts or so-called diet experts will tell you need to eat fiber, or you need fiber in huge quantities, which is complete BS. You don't. You just don't. Also, every limit on egg is a complete lie, and you can eat as many as you want. Just cook them. But the most controversial take of this video will be the following. You have to get this. When it comes to hydration, you shouldn't drink too much water. Instead, drink coconut water, bone broth, fruit juice, milk, or if you want to go really hardcore, which I don't do, but if you want to, blood. All of these are more effective in hydrating and nourishing than water. Well, water is just bad at that. Let that sink in. Water isn't ideal for hydration. If you like this video, I might actually talk about nutrition a bit more, or more in depth about certain meats or certain things and why they're good for you. But generally, this should give you a small overview and a small sneak peek into all these diets. Paleo is bad. Paleo is not as bad as many others, but it's still bad. Veganism is a nightmare. It's suicide. And there are many more. And many health trainers that just recommend you to eat dog shit. So if you want to see some more, and if I should go more in detail, because I'm a student of biology, so I know my stuff. Okay, so I could just, as well as all these fitness trainers, claim scientific background, and I do that. But the most important thing is they all talk the same shit, because they watch each other's videos, they don't really research, or they read one paper, or they get paid to do a video to promote broccoli by I don't know who. I don't know who's interested in that. Or we should all eat crickets. The fuck? Crickets are full of parasites because they're not well prepared. Don't fucking buy these cricket bags. Don't do it. You will get fucking parasites, okay? For real.